愛全隊長を殺せるのは僕だけや。
What is good, everyone? I just got out of the shower and I hope everyone is staying hydrated and staying healthy, especially during the summer. I'll be doing a bit of a different video today where I'll be doing a character review of characters I enjoy playing. Maybe this will be a series, it depends on how well the video does and of course what you guys think. But yeah, one of the first videos I ever uploaded was the Max Transcended Heart Fierce Battle game video, and that video did really well and is one of the reasons why I am still uploading videos to this day. Jumping into this character review, I do think that this Ginichimaru is probably at least top 3 in terms of the best Ginichimarus in this game. The reason why I say this is because he has one of the best nat strings you can think of, and this is exactly what you think of when you think of Ginichimaru. He basically sends his Zombok toe at 500 times the speed of sound at a ridiculous long range. Now, I have this guy Max Transcended, and he's doing roughly 150,000 damage per hit, and that's not taking into consideration Flurry +1, which gives him an extra hit. So even though you see him doing 150,000 damage, he's actually doing 300,000 damage because he's insta-killing the mobs. Basically, the way it works is that the game will not be showing you the extra hit if they are dying in the first hit. So we're basically one-shotting the mobs in the first hit, and because we're one-shotting them, it's not showing the second hit, which is another 150,000 damage. Now, for his build, we are rocking double chappies as well as the hollow pills, so this is probably the highest amount of attack you can get from accessories. On top of that, we are giving him the double normal attack damage 37% links, as well as the soul phone link, which gives him an extra normal attack damage 22%, on top of the full stamina only increased normal attack damage 20%. We also are rocking the Mami Rangiku link equipped on one of my characters, so he gets an extra normal attack damage 25%. That is multiplicative, which is contributing to his massive damage output. Now, getting into his stats and skills, with the build I'm giving him, he currently has 8,114 attack. So he actually has 2,000 more attack than the first Max Transcended video that I did for this guy. Unfortunately, or fortunately, with the rate that K-Lab is moving with resurrected units, this guy is probably not going to get resurrected until at least next year, because we are still stuck on characters from 2021 for resurrection. Honestly, in my opinion, all this guy really needs is Flurry +2, and he would probably be one of the best and one of the top nat characters in the entire game. But knowing K-Lab, they probably won't do that. But who knows? Maybe they realize that they've been shafting all these Ginichimarus for so long, it's time to give them a proper resurrection to one of them. Sometimes you have to hope for the best, but expect the worst, and I think that's really all it comes down to, not just with this game, but also life in general. I do think the resurrections have been getting slightly better though, so it's definitely possible that this Ginichimaru gets a really good resurrection because K-Lab does base the resurrections on characters that are recently released. Going into his strong attacks, his first strong attack is just a forward pushing attack that pushes all the enemies in front of him. Not really the best, but I guess it doesn't really matter because he is a normal attack damage character anyways. I do think that his second strong attack is pretty nice in scenarios where you have too many enemies all gather up at once. You can gather all the enemies up at once and then just push them all in front of you in one line and then start attacking them with your nat string. His third strong attack is just a standard full screen strong attack. It's based off of the fight that he had against Ichigo where Ginichimaru cut up a bunch of buildings when he was fighting Ichigo. His special is a classic. It's the Bankai Kamishi ni no Yari. That's the Bankai that he used against Aizen during his betrayal. In terms of usage for Guild Quest, you can definitely use him as a sub or as a support character for Guild Quest. There are, however, definitely better options though for the ranged captain Guild Quest weeks, such as the Magic Society Asnot, which was released a couple of months ago, as well as the 2024 1,000-year Bloodborne version of Aurehime. Even though she is a PvP unit, she is really useful for this Guild Quest as well if you don't have any better options. We also have Christmas Nell, and we also have the Power Segunda Etapa Okiura. So the reason why those characters are better is because they have some kind of boost, barrier, or debuff, and that's something that this Ginichimaru is missing. Not having some kind of boost or barrier as a support character is a little bit of a... It definitely makes this character not as good as the other options, but if you have this character 5 out of 5, maybe he's even better. So obviously Guild Quest is probably the most difficult content in the game, but I don't really like ranking characters based on that because Guild Quest is something you do once or twice per phase and then you stop. So it's basically a small portion of what you experience in the game. In my opinion, I value characters based on the gameplay and design, and I really think Caleb did a good job with this Gin Ichimaru. He is probably my first or second favorite version of Gin Ichimaru in this game. I know there's the Spirits Are Forever With You version, but I do feel like the Natsuring on this version of Gin is so much more better because it's a lot more lore accurate towards how he is in the anime. Finally, if I had to rank this character on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably give him an 8.5 out of 10. The reason why I'm putting him so high is partially due to bias, but I do honestly feel like this character is really well designed in terms of gameplay. Night characters are specifically hard to rank because a lot of the times Caleb will just release a character that is good for Guild Quest, but then they have nothing going on in terms of their design. What I mean by that is that Caleb isn't very innovative when it comes to night characters. There's really nothing special with the way that a floor character looks in terms of their attacks. A good example of this would be the 1000-Year Blood War Brave Battle of Renji that was released in 2024. I think Caleb really dropped the ball on that character, and he just looks really underwhelming compared to how cool he was in the Fight vs. Masculine. However, I do think that with this Gin Ichimaru, they actually did thoroughly think about how his design should look like and try to match it as closely as they could to how he is in the show. Overall, I do think this character is very well designed, and he is definitely top 2 in terms of my favorite Gin Ichimaru in the game. I know I mentioned this multiple times in the video already, but this was definitely one of my most hyped characters, and I do think Kayla really delivered on that. Also, if you guys really enjoyed this video, let's try to hit 69 likes on this video. I think that's a good benchmark for a good video. Anyways, stay safe and stay healthy, everyone, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Peace out.
殺せ神死にの槍バイバイ